Good morning. This is Kathleen Clow with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, July 11th, 2026. Today's fire potential headlines include near record heat this weekend with breezy winds and a return of mixed wet and dry thunderstorms starting tomorrow, lasting through midweek, which will bring increased cloud cover and relative humidities across the region. A fuel and fire behavior advisory remains in effect for a large portion of Great Basin and now also includes the Manti-LaSalle. We expect fuels to rapidly dry over the next couple days with those near record temperatures. Putting that to a map, today we expect near record temperatures across much of the Great Basin, as well as higher winds across western Nevada and northern central Idaho. Tomorrow, mixed, mostly dry thunderstorms will make their way into the southern portion of Nevada and Utah, as well as the Arizona Strip. Stronger winds will move east and affect eastern central Idaho, as well as western Wyoming. We do expect to see a lightning risk with these as well. On Monday, that storm potential becomes more widespread across the southern half of the basin, but we'll still see those very hot and dry conditions. For today and tomorrow, you can see those widespread heat advisories and extreme heat warnings across the basin, as well as a red flag warning across the northern part of central Idaho. For the past 24 hours, we've received little to no precipitation across the basin, maybe a couple of scattered things across northern Utah and southeastern Idaho. And then you can see lightning wise, again, not a whole lot across the basin, a couple strikes across northern Utah. Over the past 24 hours, the Great Basin had 20 new starts for a total of 265 acres and a large fire growth of 1,846 acres. Satellite this morning shows clear skies across much of Great Basin, as well as some activity on the Babylon Fire in southeastern Utah. Smoke impacts for today and tomorrow include smoke moving north and east across Nevada from that new start in Southern California, as well as heavier smoke impact across southern Utah from our ongoing fires and western Colorado fires. Current fire danger conditions include high ERC values across much of the basin, above the 97th percentile for southern Nevada and Utah, as well as the Arizona Strip. ERC values are on the rise across central Idaho for the next few days, but in the near term, we expect a fall in ERC conditions with that forecast precipitation potential starting early this week. In our upper air maps across the next 3 days, you can see that precipitation moving into the basin. You can see that green starting to poke its way in on Sunday and last through Monday, bringing those widespread mixed thunderstorms that we're expecting to see. For the rest of the 3 days, though, we'll still continue to see those high temperatures and breezier conditions. For today, you can see we've got a wind risk across northern central Idaho, and that will expand to the east to include eastern central Idaho tomorrow as well for those higher 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. On Monday, with that increased storm potential, we've issued a high risk for lightning across southern Nevada, southern Utah, and the Arizona Strip. For today and tomorrow, you can see those breezier conditions across portions of Nevada and Idaho. And then on Monday, you can see those gustier storm outflows as we expect that storm potential to move in across much of the basin, especially southern Nevada and southern Utah. Relative humidity wise, over the next 3 days, today will remain very dry. Minimum relative humidities in the single digits across much of Nevada and portions of Utah as well. And then starting tomorrow through Monday, we'll start to see those RH values recover a little bit as that storm potential comes in. So you can see by Monday, we've got those higher double digit minimum RHs, even 28% in the higher elevations in some areas. So we'll get some recovery there. Again, here you can start to see that storm potential creep in Sunday and with that larger potential and more widespread on Monday. We're expecting precip estimates to come in maybe a quarter inch in some areas in those darker green spots, but overall kind of light and widespread. You can still see we're going to have those hot temperatures, triple digits through today and tomorrow. And then you can see they will slightly moderate on Monday, but we are still going to have very hot temperatures across much of the basin. As we talked about earlier, with that precipitation and storm potential coming in, we are going to see some increase in cloud cover over the next 3 days, and that cloud cover will help to moderate our current fires. For Tuesday through Thursday of this week, we'll see that storm potential kind of make its way through the basin and move north and east. So on Tuesday, that lightning risk has moved north to include much of northern Nevada, much of Utah, and portions of southwestern Idaho. On Wednesday, that storm potential will continue to move further northeast, and you can see that lightning risk trigger there for eastern central Idaho, western Wyoming, and then northeastern Utah as well. By Thursday, that storm potential will have made its way out of the basin, and we'll see some recoveries with our RHs, which is why we've kind of moved into that yellow following that rain potential there. For Tuesday through Thursday, you can see that storm potential has brought some breezier winds across much of the basin. You can also see that recovery in RH as well. No more single digits on the map there. Higher elevations, we're going to see some RHs, maybe into the 30%. But overall, a lot of good RH recovery coming Tuesday through Thursday with that increase in cloud cover and that storm potential. Here you can see the estimated precipitation accumulation across the basin for Tuesday through Thursday. So we'll have some higher accumulations across the Arizona Strip and southern Utah. And then you can also see those storms will moderate our temperatures. So fewer triple digits on the map, still in the 90s across much of the basin, but again, much more moderated compared to the high temperatures we're about to see this weekend. And again, to summarize our 7-day significant fire potential outlook, today and tomorrow we've got some wind risk triggers across central Idaho. And then starting on Monday, we'll start to see that wet and dry storm risk move into the southern part of the basin and move northeast through Tuesday and Wednesday. And you can see that lightning risk kind of following that storm motion. Following that storm potential, we will see some move from moderate risk to that low risk due to the precipitation, which will moderate our fire potential. For the next 6 to 10 days, you can see they're predicting a chance for above average temperatures across much of the Great Basin, especially northern Nevada and Idaho. For the precipitation outlook, you can see that above normal chance for precip across much of the basin, and that's coming in with that system starting maybe tomorrow and lasting through Thursday. So you can see that above normal bullseye over the Arizona Strip and parts of southwestern Utah and southern Nevada. That concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.